This is the structure of a subroutine you just study. And when you study the subroutine, when you write it, we use in our program, we have to pay attention to some points. The first of the argument you want to pass them to a subroutine, and you want to get out the value. That means return values from subroutine. Of course, when you write subroutine, you need to know its function. So you have to pass some value to subroutine, and we use them to compute or to do the job. At that time, you have to pass them to a subroutine. And after computing, you're going to get other values. So we say we need to get return values from the subroutine. So when you use the subroutine, pay attention to the factors. The first, the address. You know, when we use subroutine, you need to use a label or the address of the subroutine. The next, the function. When you write your subroutine, you need to know its function. You need to know we use it for what. The next, we need to pass the value to subroutine, or you need to know its arguments. Where to pass the data in, if any. And the last one, you need to get other value from subroutine or its return values. You need to determine all this. And you have small problem. Of course, I just told you, when you study chart, the same problem, you need to show the value of register you use in the subroutine. Of course, you have to show them before you write your subroutine, and when before returning, you have to restore them. Extension over here, you use the register R7 to store the value from the register PC. So when you use subroutine or subroutine trap, you must show R7 if you call any. For example, we have a subroutine for getting the difference between two values in R1 and R2. Over here, we determine the value R1 R2, so we must pass them to the subroutine over here. That means that before going to the subroutine, we have two values in R1 and R2 already. Okay, and we get the function. We want to get the difference of two values R1 R2, and we have to pass, and we have to save it in R0. This is the subroutine we have for getting the difference of two values, original and add. Check the negative of the value. And then here you get the difference. And before any, we will return. And when we use the subroutine, which is JSR, for example, of course, depending on the problem, we can give JSR or JRR. Over here, we can give PC of set 11, so we say we can give jump to subroutine. Of course, over here, we write the label to say you want to use the subroutine over here. The label of the subroutine you want to use. But if the subroutine is located far enough in the memory from the center of the current PC and to power 11, because over here we have PC of 11, so we use plus minus to power 10. Okay, so over here, it is so far from the center, from the point, from the center PC. At that time, we could use JSR, but we must use JSRR. When we use JSRR, you must use a base register for jumping to any places in our memory location. At that time, we can fix our subroutines, the same over here, same. And the ease of the subroutine, okay? And the extension, because we want to solve register R2, so over here we declare our location solve R2 with one location, so we use solve R2 W1 to say we have only one location, and we use to store the value for the register R2. So when we go to the subroutine, we store the value, the current value of R2 in the location solve R2. Because when we go out, if you want to use again, and over here we change it to get the negative. And over here we get the difference. Again, over here we store the value from cell R2 to R2. For G is, and over here now we use return. You know what you call it? You know what you call it? So what can we use? Over here now we declare your location store R7 with one location, and over here before going to the subroutine, so we store it. Okay, we store 7 to sub R7, and over here we change we call the subroutine. Okay, and over here when you go out, we store it back, so we have the value R7. Okay, we can use when we are in the program, the calling program over here. And if you want to change the one, okay, you have the same problem. Okay, but you know, because over here, when we change the one, we need to use a base register R3. For example, over here we use the base R3. And over here we use the order location to store the place of the subroutine. Okay, and over here now you want to get the address of the subroutine, and we store it to R3. Okay, and over here now R3 that are pointed to our subroutine, and then when you use JSW1, so we go to the subroutine or we call it, and then when we go out, we use log R7 sub R7. You know, we start back to R7. We can use in the control class over here. And now we go to the example to multiply two values and the two column integers.